All right, so this is the Toolgrid organizer system by Mantis Tools, and this one, they're sold from a bunch of different companies. You can get them from Olsa Tools, you can get them from G2S, and a couple other places online. So this set, for price-wise, you're looking at everything here is about $400 Canadian. Obviously, you buy it as a you buy all the pieces individually. So you go on there and you select what you want. You start with the boards. There's a whole program that you go through, and it says what you want to organize, which drawer, wrenches, sockets, blah, blah, blah. So obviously you chose sockets, and we've got everything. This took me over 6 hours to set up, which is kind of insanity, but it's very nice now that it's done. And it was a lot of work only because I made it a lot of work, but there's a reason why it took a lot of time. Out of the box, it's very easy to install. You have these pieces and they have little locating tabs on them, and you stick them where you want them, and then they give you or you buy screws, and then you just screw them into the board like so, and then you take whatever you want, whatever sockets fit. Obviously you buy like 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch drive, up to 3/4, and you set it up the way you want it. So that's cool. I like it. Different colors for metric and imperial. Issue being is that these pieces are, although good, they're sort of unrevised in my opinion, because they interfere with each other in certain instances and consume more space than they should. You see the setup I have now, everything's very tight. You can see all these sockets are all touching each other, which is what I wanted. I didn't want to waste any space. So what I had to do in that case is, I'll show you what happens. You start setting these up, but as your sockets go up in size, they get wider and wider, right? So you're gonna run into a situation where you put these on, and then all of a sudden you go to put the third one on and it doesn't fit. So you have to move the piece over. Well, now you got a gap, and I don't like that gap. So what I did was I take the piece and I shave these locating dowels off, and then I just secure it with the screw, and now I can move this piece wherever I want it to. So I push it over a little bit, and by doing that, I can eliminate that gap that's in there, and hence keep all the sockets nice and tight together, and that's great. But that eats up a lot of time. Customizing all these pieces takes up a lot of time. Now, it's not every one of them in the row of sockets, but it's some of them, and it all depends on the size of sockets, what you're using. Some of them, it was almost all of them, like these big sockets here. Yeah, they weren't too bad, I guess. A bunch of them went in straight, but then there's some that don't. And you can see in here, like, this is sort of an oddball thing. I had a set of filter wrench sockets, and you can see these 3 went in fine. These ones I had to customize in order to keep that shape like a square. I could not, in whatever orientation, I tried all different types of positioning. I couldn't keep them in a bunch without modifying them. And you can see here, those ones are modified. And then I've sort of, I tried to combine everything. There's a lot of weird sockets that I have, like these Mastercraft extractor sockets. Well, they just have a hole in the center. So it didn't fit anything that they offered. So I actually had to just buff that down into a rough circle so that that fits in there like that, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just additional time. Like I say, all of a sudden it adds up to, you think you're gonna install on a Saturday afternoon? Haha, good luck. You're gonna spend 3 days. So that's only if you're picky like me. Nothing wrong with the product. I'm just saying, I get picky with it. So this drawer was full of stuff. So you can see how condensed down it is now. It's wonderful. But I was saying earlier that probably to do a full setup on this drawer alone is about $800 Canadian. So that's a lot of money in my opinion for organization. I hope that the product lasts for a long time, and when we get oil and dirt and heat and cold cycles and all that stuff, that the plastic doesn't degrade over the course of like 3 years or 5 years. Like, I hope it lasts a long time, but I don't know. We're gonna find out. It's only a matter of time before we'll find out. But could you imagine if that drawer was $800, that drawer is $800, that drawer is $800, organizing this entire toolbox, you would spend, I want to say you'd spend like $10,000 organizing, which is insane. But we don't need to organize every drawer, just some of them, right? So the socket drawer, that was my go-to choice. And as you can see with the amount of space we saved, it was in desperate need of organization. So different attachments, like I say, they offer stuff for sockets, stuff for ratchets. They have little holders that hold your 1/4-inch drive stuff, and that just fits right in there. They got different holders. There's 2 different sizes, small ones and bigger ones. So that's all good stuff. And they also have different attachments as well. So head over to their website and check it out just for fun. Build something. They have a whole builder program on there. You can choose wrenches and pick out all the pieces and stuff you want. Go check it out. And if you want a discount because you do decide you're going to buy something, check the link in the description below for a discount on olsatools.com website.